Hey everyone, it is Elle, and I am making this video because people are emailing me to let me know that Nicola Bulley may have been found. Nicola, maybe I'll get her name right one of these days. People have written to me too to let me know how her name is pronounced, but I struggle with it because I have the American pronunciations, and in America she would be Nicola, not Nicola, or Nicola, as some other people have told me she's pronounced. Anyhow, I am getting requests to read, and I will eventually, and that's why I'm making this video. I want to let all of you know that I will eventually read more on this case. What I want to do is wait to make sure this is her, first of all, because there was someone else who came forward and said someone they knew, I think it was a relative, went missing in the exact same place like 40 something years before. Now, they've already notified Nicola's family that a body was found, which tells me they really do think it's her, or else they wouldn't have notified her family. Of course, there has to be DNA and what have you, and that may take a few days. We will wait, though, just to make sure. What are people asking me to read on? A lot of questions are still out there at this point. People feel the police did a bad case on this, a bad job on this case, I should say. They've, it's all over the news. It's not just people writing me. I mean, they're saying they did not quarantine off the area, treat it as a crime scene, even a possible crime scene. They just jumped to the fact that she must be in the river. She must have put herself in there. Either it was an accident or a suicide. No third party involvement is what a lot of people are saying that the police treated this as, instead of treat it as a crime. So, what are people now writing to me and asking me to read about? They want me to read and see if the police may have put Nicola in there to cover their tracks and to make this case look the way they wanted it to look from the beginning, or the way they assumed it was from the beginning, so they don't look even more foolish. They want me to read to see if someone else was involved, because everybody was saying, now anybody could put her in the river. Now that we've got the stage, the scene staged for that, anybody could have done whatever and put her in the river. During an autopsy, they can tell if someone drowned. Okay, that's not to say there are ways that she could have died outside of there and then been put in the river and it still looked like a drowning. So people are asking me to read about that. I get it. I understand all the speculation because it is a confusing case, and when I read about it, it looked very confusing. It just it's questionable. There's a lot of questions that people have. So I'm just making this to let you know that I am getting your emails, and I do understand your speculation, and I will read on it more. I just want to make sure it's even her, which I'm guessing it is, but let's just wait and see what is found. Some people, yeah, they just keep saying the police, the police. They think the police may have put her in there. If they found her somewhere else, they may have put her in there to cover their own tracks. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't live in that country. I don't know what it's like. I don't know if that's something that they would do. I don't know. I hear ya. I understand your speculation, but I don't know. So if you have other things that you wonder about, you can put them here in these comments for this video, because I'm getting quite a few messages and emails with people messaging me about it, and I'm afraid they're all going to get mixed up, and some of them are just going to go to the wayside. So if you put them here, the speculations, the questions, or maybe you just think that she did go ahead and went in the river, that very well may be the situation. Some people do feel that she was tired of life. We saw that. We saw that in the cards in my reading. There were problems at home. We saw that. And then it comes out that, yes, there were problems at home. We saw that there might have been some money problems. And I do feel like there may have been some money issues with her. Or there were issues at work on top of issues at home. That's a lot for anybody to deal with if you have to deal with problems at work, at home. They kept going on about the menopause. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to downplay it, but um, every woman goes through that eventually in their lifetime, and they don't get suicidal as far as I know, most of them. I guess some could, I don't know. And drinking, and we know that she unfortunately, it sounds like she relapsed, and that there were some sort of, I don't know what the program is there, but some sort of health kind of program that's sponsored more by the government, it sounds like, that had visited her and tried to kind of get her situated. So I think the police were quick to um, believe it was a suicide attempt because of all that information they had that the public did not have. And we don't know what went on at that meeting before or why she was even called to the house to begin with, but it probably wasn't something really great, right? So that, I think, is why the police just assumed the worst and assumed that she was behind it. Maybe she was. I think I can think of the scenarios that you all have raised and think of ways that something could have happened. It could have been staged to make it look one way and then the other. And I think the police so quickly want to believe that this was her committing suicide in the river. It appears that way. Um, that maybe it could look that way and it could be something else, but I don't know if we'll ever know, you know? If it was something else, I'll just say, I don't think we'll ever know, and that things are not always as they seem. And that was, that's what my card said too. That this was not as it seemed, and I felt that strongly in those cards. It seemed like there was an angry man, relationship issues. Don't know if there was, like I said, another relationship that maybe she was involved in and then broke up. I don't know, but um, you feel for her, you feel for the family, you hope for the best. I would love this to just be a simple outcome where this finding her explains it. We understand what happened. Her children someday will understand what happened, and there won't be so much speculation. But I don't know if that's ever going to be the case. That's the reality of it. I just don't know that that will ever be the case with this situation. It looks, there was that expert diver who was diving in there and saying if there was a body in there, I would have found it. Well, now there's a body in there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to add to the speculation. I truly just don't know. I will just say I understand why people are questioning it. It is questionable. It just is. There's no other thought there, but other than it's questionable. So we'll see. I will read cards eventually, but let's just see what's found here, and then we'll go from there. All right, take care. Bye-bye.